here we go. As Warren Cruikshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else, where we teach you not. We don't teach you to rise to the occasion, but what we do teach is for you to fall to your level of preparation. Fall to your level of preparation. Back, 8 miles strong, 8 mile day after 2 mile rest day, sort of semi-rest day. It was rough. It was a rough 8 miles, I ain't gonna lie to you. Whew, it was rough, but what pushed me through, what pulled me through is actually today's topic when it comes to sacrifice. When it comes to sacrificing in the smallest of ways. And are you willing to make the small sacrifices to your day-to-day that's gonna make it work for a team, gonna make it work for a group, gonna make it work for the ultimate successes. The ultimate success is when you're winning as a team, not winning by yourself. You win by yourself, you've actually lost. When you win as a team, when you win as a group, when you win as an organization, that should be the goal. And every single person has to make small sacrifices in their way to win as a damn team. That's the way it works. You're not living in this world by yourself. Nobody is. No one is alone. I don't give a shit what your status is. Nobody is. Trust me and believe me from my heart when I tell you that. Actually today, recording this by the way, June 6th, Friday, June 6th, 2025, which means we got Faith-Based Friday coming up in about an hour or so from this recording, where we're going over Pastor Craig Groeschel's message about how no matter what status you're in, God is going to be there with you through every pitfall, every valley, every single thing that you go through. All the rough nights, the rough days, the rough times, God's gonna get you. God's gonna get you. But you gotta develop a walk of faith, and you have to have the faith, all right? So, all that being said, let me just tell you a little bit something about me personally and some of my bad habits. We'll call it bad habits. Seeing that I teach at this school named the Center for Creative Education. You know, walking distance from the school, there's a Cracker Barrel. There's a Cracker Barrel. If you know about Cracker Barrel, they have unbelievable breakfasts. They have an unbelievable way of cooking their breakfast. They pride themselves on quality food, making sure the breakfast is of quality, all right? So I have a bad habit. When it's in the bank account, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, all right? So now normally I would get the egg sandwiches or even the casserole, something that was around, we'll say 14 to 15 bucks. That was somewhere around what I was spending on the breakfast every once in a while when I really was like feeding for it, hungry, you know, because I get to the school earlier than I need to be to record my shows and to do all the work I need to be doing from a business standpoint. That's what I do. So obviously I get hungry. There'll be some mornings I don't get breakfast. I just, you know, order it online and go walk over, grab my breakfast, all that kind of stuff, right? So a couple weeks ago, about a month ago now, actually a couple months ago, now I'm thinking about it, we had a school visiting us all the way from London. And, you know, we served them Cracker Barrel breakfast, and we had a bunch of Cracker Barrel left after they left because the kids didn't eat too much. And I fell in love with those French toast. Like the French toast, I never used to get the French toast at Cracker Barrel, but I actually fell in love with them once they came because there was so much extra, right? No, it was that. And then also for Teacher Appreciation Week, they had a bunch of French toast as well. In fact, no. I'm thinking, yeah, it was actually Teacher Appreciation Week. It wasn't when the kids from London came in. It was in Teacher Appreciation Week when we had a bunch of French toast left. And I just went in. I mean, they were just hitting on point. I did not realize how great the French toast at Cracker Barrel was. So for a while there, whenever I'd have my urge to go get some Cracker Barrel, instead of the, you know, $8 breakfast sandwich that I was getting, or even the egg casserole, I would order in the fried chicken and the and the French toast. I would buckle and just say I'll bite the $5 because $5 didn't seem like a lot at the time until yesterday. You know, yesterday when, you know, me and my lady, we've established, hey, you know, we're gonna build this thing together, and we're gonna, you know, do what we have to do. We're gonna make the sacrifices, the small sacrifices that we need to make in our day-to-day to make everything work on the financial end for us. Obviously, everything on the other stuff is, you know, vibing the right way. But no matter what, when you really do love a person, when you really do want to be there for a person, when you really do want to be a better man for a person or a better female for a person, you're gonna make small sacrifices in your day-to-day without being told. Hear me, without being told to make sacrifices. That's the reality of the situation. It's not about the other person, it's about you. It's about you and holding yourself responsible for the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. So yesterday, it's in my bank account, and I am looking at the Cracker Barrel breakfast menu, and I'm pressing because in my mind I'm pressing the French toast, and like, man, that French toast is hidden. It's looking good. It's like, ooh, with the fried chicken, and you get a little syrup on that thing, and they get, oh man, I was like, my mouth is watering. But that's like 14 or something odd dollars. And then the breakfast sandwich with no meat was like $8 or something like that. And you know what I bought? You know, the decision I made was to get the damn breakfast sandwich for $8. Why? Because I said, hey, look, it's not about me. It's not about my taste buds now. At the end of the day, you're going to get your breakfast. You're going to eat something. Let's not get selfish. Let's not be selfish and only think about yourself, and understand now life is moving in the perspective of two people. That's what I mean when I say making the small sacrifices. These are not major things that are going to be blaring lights and, you know, people are going to give you trophies for, and confetti is going to fly, and, you know, rockets are going to blare and all that kind of shit. No, none of that. It's just going to be, I made the decision for myself, and because of the things I've seen my own parents go through, some of the things she's seen her own parents go through. And if you're really trying to build something special, make the small sacrifice. Get the fucking breakfast sandwich, and not the nice French toast with the chicken and all that kind of stuff, because you know better. You know better. And that's when you know better, you do better. And we'll close you out with that one, all right? All that being said, main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work. It's makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. Make sure you're subscribing, you're liking, you're sharing all the content out. We're making with some big things coming down in this second half of the year. Everyone out there, as one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.